Hello, this is Diego de Memphis of MySimsLoveAffair.com. I was just taking a look at the Sims 4 store where there's a summer sale that started on June 19th, ending on July 10th, 2025. I counted a total of 50 packs on sale ranging from 20 to 60% off. If you're new to The Sims 4 or a more seasoned Sims 4 player looking to round out your collection, it can be tough to choose. So I decided to rank the packs based on their usefulness as a long-time Sims 4 legacy player and builder. These ranks are based on my personal opinion and gameplay style and does not reflect all players. Starting with the large expansion packs, I'll be arranging the packs into tiers from the ones I find the most useful to the ones I don't use very much. I'm not trying to encourage anyone to buy anything, but if you do decide to buy, I hate for you to waste your money. The first two packs, Life and Death and Cats and Dogs, adds a lot of realism to the game. As a legacy player, Funerals was something I really wanted to see. Seasons is a must-have if you want to add weather to your gameplay. It also adds holidays, which I enjoy, and it gives Simmers a good excuse to bring Sim families together. The next packs, Growing Together and Love Struck, really helps to define relationships in the game, and I consider them must-haves. The worlds that come with them are nice, and I recently discovered that Love Struck adds couples counseling, which I'm excited to try. Get Together is a pack I use a lot. I use it for everything because it's an easy way to gather Sims. And if you want Sims to become acquaintances without them actually meeting, just create a club and add the two Sims to it. First up in my very useful tier is Cottage Living. It adds a grocery shopping feature to the game, and I like that touch of realism. High school years is fun to play, but it doesn't make the top 10 because to me it requires mods to make it more functional. Get to Work adds interesting careers to the game and offers opportunities to follow your Sims to work. But as a builder, I love to build and buy items the most. I use them in almost every build. City Living adds festivals to the game that I personally don't use much, but the world and the build buy items are awesome. Discover University is very useful in legacy storytelling. I've played through it a few times and the build and buy items are great. But let's move on to the third tier. I placed Eco Lifestyle here. It adds an interesting challenge to the game, but I don't use its features for every sim. Get Famous is fun, the world is great, but I don't use it every generation of gameplay. For Rent goes here. I wanted to love it, but the game-breaking bugs have made me afraid to use its main features. Build and buy items are some of my faves, though. Snowy Escape provides a fun getaway for Sims and added some extreme sports to the game. Island Living is similar. It's a beautiful world, but I treat it as more of a getaway pack. It's okay to disagree. Moving to Tier 4. I'd love to see businesses and hobbies move up in my list. I really like the gameplay features and the build buy items, but once again, I fear the bugs. I'm just getting into playing Horse Ranch. The world is gorgeous, probably one of the best, but I'm not sure if every simmer would find it useful. Let's take a look at the game packs. There are currently 12 on sale. Making the top of my list is Dine Out. I use this pack a lot and I love building restaurants, despite some of the bugs. But I think those have been ironed out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Parenthood is next. I'm a legacy player, so I love any pack that enhances family gameplay. Going into Tier 2, Dream Home Decorator. I haven't played the interior designer career, but the build buy items alone make this pack amazing. I hate to do it, but I have to put Jungle Adventure in Tier 4. The world is gorgeous, but as a vacation world only, I just don't use it much. I'm currently playing a more realistic legacy, so unfortunately Realm of Magic has to go here for me. Vampires as well, although I do use the build buy items. Spa Day goes in Tier 3. I love this pack and its features, but I don't use it in every gameplay. This may surprise you, but although I don't play Supernatural Sims, I do love the build buy aesthetic and the world that comes with the Werewolf pack. I love Strangerville. The gameplay is fun, but I question the replayability. The world is beautiful though. Outdoor Retreat, another vacation world that gets occasional use. I bumped it up a tier because I use the build buy items a lot. I got a literal headache when I first played My Wedding Stories. The bugs have been fixed and is now playable, but the world that came with it is beautiful and a nice place for living or visiting. Journey to Batu. I love the build buy items a lot. I treat it like an amusement park in my gameplay, but it leaves a lot to be desired, honestly. Stuff packs obviously adds stuff. Toddler and Kids Room adds family gameplay stuff, so they make my top 10. My favorite stuff packs usually enhance my builds, so that's why you'll find Moschino and Home Chef Hustle so high in the rankings. Moschino has other cool uses as well, such as the ability to take posed photos that can be added to walls. Nifty Knitting gives us a few new hobbies, but I think the build buy items are what shines in this pack. Movie Hangout is forgettable and could probably be moved down a tier, but I like the new movies that were added to the pack. They inspire me to build movie theaters. Bowling Night gets occasional use from me. It provides cute date night opportunities, but I tend to forget about it. I think I may use Laundry Day more than most people, but is it a must-have? Not at all in my opinion. Backyard stuff is good for builders, and that's what I use it for the most, although there are newer packs that I tend to gravitate to. Spooky stuff, I actually forgot that it's its own pack. I use it, but only when I need spooky stuff. Exterior landscaping and romantic garden are good friends. Do I absolutely have to have it? No. Perfect Patio is similar to backyard stuff. I use it, but not as much as some of the newer packs. I created an entire side story with Crystal Creations, but haven't used it much since. I can see myself moving it up in the ranks in the future. Fitness stuff comes with one of my favorite workout objects, the climbing treadmill. I like the workout clothes too, but I only use it occasionally. Paranormal may get moved up in my ranks once I try the paranormal career, but I'm enjoying the build buy items for now. Cool Kitchens is an older pack, but I still love and use the items that came with it. Tiny Living is amazing for building in tiny spaces. I haven't built a tiny home in a while, but I still love the build buy items. I like My First Pets, but the cages for the cute tiny animals are so big that I find myself avoiding them. In the last two packs, Luxury Party and Vintage Glamour have been overshadowed by newer packs and kits, so I often forget about them. Remember, these are only my opinions. For a more unbiased guide, check out the Sims community website for their newly published guide to each pack. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment on your favorite packs.